So today we're going to talk about how to install the 3D device, properly wire it, properly program the first transition decoder at the 3D device. What we need to do first is identify the two wires that are going to be for the 24-volt source. We need to find the source on the controller, the orange and the white. The orange is always going to be your hot, and we're going to find it right here. We're going to install it. So you can see I identified the 24-volt source. I put the two wires into the terminal strip. They're properly installed. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to identify that the 3D is on, and you'll actually see a green LED light here that has stopped flashing. The programming terminal is white and blue wires. As you can see, the decoders have white and blue wires, and you have to put those in the proper terminal, and it's a compression fit. Once I put them in, they're there for good. So as you can see, I've installed the decoder into the programming terminal, and here's a 3D decoder. This is going to be the brown wire. This is going to be our transition wire, and I'm going to interface that with the wire that's coming from the field. Actually, I'm going into the terminal strip, and this is the wire that's going into the terminal strip to represent the transition zone. I'm going to put these two together. So the transition zone was identified as the closest valve to where I need to expand my system out in the field. I take that wire out of the terminal strip. That wire will eventually be wired into the two-wire path designated red wire, but right now this brown wire is connected to number 6 terminal right here. I'm going to go to the controller, and I'm going to go into manual. I'm going to physically start a station, and it's going to be number 6, and when I put on number 6 for 1 minute, I need to push this button here, and I push it once. Once I push it once, you're going to see a red light, and then it's programmed for 1 minute. I'm going to hit enter. It takes approximately 1 second to program it. Once 1 second's over, that decoder is ready to be installed out in the field. Okay? I'm going to remove it. The controller can be taken out of program mode, and now I'm ready to install this. You have to make sure that you mark this as the brown wire, not a station number, but it's the brown wire, because it's designated to be turned on when this brown wire on the terminal strip has power applied to it. To complete the operation, I need to take the transition wire from the field, which is a red wire here, and I'm going to connect it to my red wire out of my 3D. Once I have that completed, you want to think of it as a circuit. The red wire coming from the field is going into the 3D, and the transition wire is going into the controller. Okay? Lastly, we're going to install the common wire into the controller, and that's the black wire. Once that's connected, I have a complete operation.